guys, Matt here, Home Farm Ideas, and today I'm going to try to do a little bit different of a video on this channel. I've already touched on my 3D printer, my Creality CR10S Pro, and I got this thing dialed in and I've been printing things like crazy, like you know, my fish feeder, my automatic fish feeder. Yes, I have an update coming. I'm just waiting to get the programming done on the motor, but you can see the video in the card section. And then also I printed off, you know, my filter holder, my 4-inch filter holder, and now I'm starting to do smaller parts. So as you can see in here, the lighting is just horrible in my office, okay? And so what I want to do is I want to hang stuff from up here, and the only thing is that is all foam and very thin pieces of wood, okay? And so if I put any weight on that, it's going to come crashing down. So this is just for my office, so I don't need a nice solid ceiling because I didn't plan on hanging anything from it, but I probably should have in hindsight, right? But so what I want to do is I want to build some sort of solid frame that can come up really high, and then I can hang stuff from it. And if you look here, this is kind of the idea. You know, I want to build a frame. This would be the front of the desk, right? And then I want to hang 2 LED lights that I'm going to get from Home Depot. At least that's the idea. So I printed these little parts, and I also designed them. If you want to pick these up for your 3D printer, you can go to the link below on my Thingiverse account. This is a remake or a remix. I made them to where they will fit piping from the United States. The other one doesn't fit piping from the United States, but this will fit PVC. And then I found out here recently it also fits conduit. So I made some modification to mine though, because I wanted to screw these to the my desktop here. And so as you can see down in there, I have a screw. And then, so that's an L or a 90, right? And then this would be a 3-way, okay? And so that's actually on there and it's solid, okay? So I cut these extra pieces because, like I said, we're going up. So I'm hoping, and I don't think I'm right on this, but the hope is that when I go up, it's still going to be solid, but I don't think that's the case. I think I'm going to have to modify these, or I'm going to have to screw into them and then into the pipe as well. And hopefully that'll sturdy things up, but we'll see how this goes. So let's get started. All right, so a few things you'll need for this project. You'll need a reaming tool. This does the inside of the pipe. This does the outer diameter of the pipe. Because when you're cutting this pipe, it can be sharp. So you want to make sure that you're not cutting your hand open. You'll need a hacksaw. Pick this one up. I'll put the stuff in the description below. Or you'll need a jigsaw, which I will be using this. You also need some you know, saws, different saws for your jig if you're going to use it. Make sure you get ones that you can cut metal with. See over here? And you're going to need this 3D printer. I'm not putting the 3D printer, okay? But I'll put the one that I got in the description below if you guys want to pick one up. Then obviously there's one more thing. You're going to need these parts. I created these off of someone else's design, okay? But his design, like I said, it does not fit pipe from the United States. I guess it fits it overseas. Now this will fit really tight into a 1/2-inch pipe. I also did 3/4, but for this I'm using the 1/2-inch conduit. Okay, so this fits right into the conduit. The only thing is that it's not as tight, so I'm thinking that might cause me a problem with stability of this rack that I'm going to be building. So let's get started. I'm going to have to figure that over time and see how I can make it sturdy. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I need better lighting in there. Because I do want to showcase stuff that I use, you know, to better my garden and, you know, better things that I want to do. So as you guys know, I'm getting into 3D printing, and I want to see the prints. I want to see everything, and I want you guys to see everything. So that's why I'm doing this. You know, I want better lighting in there so that I can see, and I want you guys to see as well. So I'm just getting any sharp edges off as best I can. Don't want to hurt anybody touching the pipe work and stuff in there. And the angle I'm doing this at is not good, but I'm trying to film it for you guys. So I'm going to be doing a review on a cheap printer, or a cheaper printer I should say. Obviously the company saw that I have you guys, the subscribers, and sent me one. But you know, I'm going to do the review on it. I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it. It's on the cheaper end of 3D printers. And obviously if you guys want to buy one, you guys can. I'm not going to make any money off of that. They didn't give me any kind of, you know, discount code or anything like that. You know what? I'm going to ask them if they'll give me a discount, at least for you guys. But seriously, I don't make anything off of it. So I'm just going to give you an honest review of it and tell you what I think. I do have the Creality printer, and I liked it, but I had a lot of issues with it. But it's kind of a given in that world. Okay, so it's like when the first Model T car came out, you know, they had to fix a lot of things to dial it in. So, and then you have modern cars that we have nowadays, which, by the way, a lot of you guys know that newer cars are not as good as 90s cars and stuff like that because they just built them better. So, anyways, let's get to the next part of this. Okay, now I need to make the legs going up, or cut the legs that are going to take my this project to the next level. I know, I'm lame. Dad jokes, man. Get with them. And I'm sure I'm doing this wrong as well. Let me know in the comment section. Good enough. Okay, I'm going to use the hacksaw for the rest of that. See, if you're used to using a hacksaw, it's a little more precise, obviously. Just a little slower. But slow and steady wins the race, right? One thing I did forget when I printed these, the ones that I showed you guys already, they only have a 20% infill. Now what that means is it's basically the outer structure of this is like maybe 3 millimeters. But so that would be considered the shell, okay? But the inner structure is it's basically air in there. So with this kind of structure, I think I'm going to need to do the infill a little thicker. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing 20% infill, I'm going to do a 90% infill, and I want to show you guys basically what could happen. So this is a 20% infill, and I'm just gonna lift this bar just a little bit to see if it breaks, and I have that screwed down to this wood. Yeah, I'm barely cranking on it, okay? And I mean, not very much at all, okay? So, see, if you look in there, there's a lot of airspace. So, yeah, I need to basically crank up the rigidity of this. So I'm going to actually reprint all the parts that I need. And the cool part about 3D printing is it's going to take maybe in filament, which is basically the plastic, it's going to take probably about, I'd say at the most $1 to print all the parts that I need. With electricity, maybe $2 at the most. Okay, so pretty good. So I got all my pieces cut and ready to go. Remember, we're going to replace these with more solid ones. I'm going to do a 90% infill. See, and I did a test on this one just to make sure I was right, and boom, I was right. So anyway, we got everything printed off. I don't think this is going to be sturdy enough anyways. I think I'm going to have to put some sort of corner braces or something. But we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to print these parts. Here we go. This is going to start my print. Actually, that looks pretty good. Nice flat line. So I'm printing all the parts that I need, obviously, for this. Definitely a good flat line. When you're printing, this is something I'll talk to you guys about in the future more, but when you're printing, you want flat lines. You don't want dotted lines, because then that means your nozzle is too close to your bed. And if it's rounded, it means it's too far away. It needs to be flat. So I'll talk to you about that in future videos, but hopefully I can show you guys this process without making this video too long. Alright, so now it's going to start doing the outline of, you know, those nubs and everything, basically. So you'll see this progress through the video, but basically I cranked up the infill to 90% now. So now the part should be a lot stronger. And I mean, like, so strong that you're not going to be able to break it with your hand. So what I'll try to probably do is I'm printing an extra one right here. So I'll try to basically print that off, and then I'll try to break it to see how much strength it takes to break the extra part. So I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so here we are about an hour into it. As you can see, the pieces are coming together. And as you can see as well, that 90% infill, it's almost solid. So we should be good. Just about there. Remember, we're not going for looks, we're going for functionality. And these are going to be pretty dang solid, but we'll see with the test. This thing is printing away. This is why I want to get you guys into 3D printing, okay? I can literally print something off that I need. I can design it. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to design in 3D. I know everybody thinks, oh gosh, it's 3D. Just do a little tutorials here and there. Use Tinkercad. It's free. It's online, so it doesn't use a lot of your computer memory, so it runs smoothly, and you can print your own stuff. And while I'm at it, you know, you guys can follow me on Thingiverse. I'll put the link below, and you guys can download the stuff that I do. And even make requests. So basically at this point I just pop these off, and then that stuff on the bottom there, the gradient like that, that's just to hold up, because see on this piece, see how there's a little lip there? Sorry. See how there's a little lip there? That holds that nodule up in that position. So I just got to clean that up. So very little cleaning of the parts. And they come off nice and easy from this bed, and I just need to clean them up. So let's clean them up, and let's go outside and do this test. I'm actually going to try to bend this one probably, or one of these. So we'll see how it goes. So let's get this old one off. Grab those parts. Okay, now let's put this new one on and get it started here. Probably should have got a new screw because this one's kind of stripped. Oops. go. All right, so I'm gonna check the top. I already know it's a lot stronger just because I cranked on it with my hands already, and nothing happened. This is made of PLA, so it's going to be a more rigid plastic, which just means it's not going to give a lot. And this is a metal bar, so I mean, it could break still. But generally speaking, it's much stronger right now. It's much harder. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to break it or not. But I did make the pieces a little thicker, so I'm not going to go all the way up on that because it might break. And we're going to crank on it to see if it'll break. Much stronger. Finally. Yeah, that was a lot more strength. A lot more. So I think I'm good. I think on the 90% infill, I think I'll be okay. So let's test the top. Little weaker, but again, a lot stronger. It doesn't look like it because it's a metal pole that I'm using. I probably should have used the PVC, but a lot stronger. So I think I'm good on the 90% infill. So I'm going to move forward on that, and we should be good. I did want you to keep in mind that you can use different plastics. You can use ABS, which is a lot stronger of a plastic. But the only thing is with ABS, you would have to have an enclosure around your 3D printer in order to retain the higher temperatures it needs. But a lot stronger plastic than PLA. PLA is a really cheaper plastic. So, all right, keep that in mind. All right, so I got the lights installed. These were to the other lights. I 3D printed this to hold my controller. Okay, so turned on the lights in there. Didn't turn on the overhead lights on the desk yet, though. Okay, let's just turn on these over here. All right, so I got these set up. I need to start situating wires and stuff, obviously, and I need to develop a better way to hang these, but for now, I'm just doing what I got. So far, this is sturdy enough. I did add some hardware to the ends to kind of tighten things up a little bit. And that seemed to work pretty good. But I do have another idea that I'm going to show you guys. But first, let's turn on the lights and see how this goes. So, desk right now without the lights. Where's the dang button? Come on, button. Where are you? Button. Okay, there it is. Okay, so desk without the lights. Yeah! That looks good. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it looks way better. I mean, there is some shadowing in the background because of the lights behind me, but I can turn those off now. And what I'm thinking, I'm going to turn those off. What I'm thinking about doing is adding, see, the rest of the room looks dark still, but if we film here, we're looking pretty good. So I am going to hang more lights though. I'm going to hang 2 more. They were $24 and they work really good. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on here, and that should really light this desk up. Now, in order to make things a little more sturdy on the ends here, what I'm thinking about doing is adding something like this. I printed this off, and basically that's going to slot over that and slot into that side. And then I might even make a 3-way to slot this way. And there's a little hook hole here. Okay? And so what I could do is I could put one of those what are they called? Buckles something? Anyway, it's like a hook where you basically hook it in there, and then you put one of these on the other side, and then you tighten it in the middle. Can't remember what it's called. Anyways, let me know what that thing is. But basically, it's a hook, and then there's a hook on the other side or an eye hole, and basically you turn it and it tightens things up. Now, this is plastic, but it's thicker plastic. I mean, this stuff's really rigid and hard. So, and then to tighten it on the poles, I can just add a little screw hole here and here, and then basically screw them into the pole. But yeah, that should give it plenty of stability. Another thing I did not know, and I probably should have, is that conduit is actually steel. It's metal. So I can actually, because I have little magnets on this, I can actually hang stuff from it, right? If I can see it. Got my knife, just in case I need to shank something. And I built this to actually, there's magnets inside of this. So when I was 3D printing it, I put the magnets inside, and it's a mount for stuff that I have, basically. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of this project. Hopefully it was good for you as it was for me. I'm glad it got done. I'm glad the lights are all fixed and ready. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any other ideas for me on this project, obviously let me know in the comment section below. And I'm looking forward to doing a lot of 3D printing. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. And check out all my other channels, my fish tank channel, my science channel. I'm going to be doing 3D printing stuff over there as well, and other projects. And I think that's it. So God bless you guys. And like always, peace. Click the bell icon so you get all the video updates as well. All right? Later, guys.